You're going to up. You're going to make bad decisions. You're going to things up. It's going to happen. Quit living in the past. Quit living in it. Just learn from it. Try to redeem yourself every day from mistakes you've made in the past, but don't live in the past. Just redeem yourself from those mistakes. If you're apologizing to someone, be sincere and own it. Own your mistake and move forward. If you're getting an apology given to you, learn to forgive and move on. Quit trying to get a pound of flesh every time somebody makes a mistake. Quit running people through the ringer. It's unhealthy and it's not necessary. If you don't want to accept someone's apology, don't accept it. There's no reason to ring them through the ringer, dude. And take a pound of flesh. There's no reason for that. We, as people right now, are competing so much with other people, and you shouldn't be. You need to compete with yourself in this moment, and next moment needs to be better than this moment, and tomorrow needs to be better than today, and today needs to be better than yesterday. You have to focus on that stuff. I'm telling you, we're guilty of this in so many ways, to where we get stagnant in the mud. We waste all this energy and time on conflict decisions, back and forth, playing tennis with our mind. Should we have? Did I make the wrong decision? Did I make the right decision? In business, in relationships. Like, we do this all the time. Stop doing it. The first thing you should do is understand that you should never have any regrets. Like, you go through these regrets and you live in regret. And here's the problem with doing that. You're not growing. You're staying in the past. The reason your windshield is so much bigger in your rearview mirror is because that's what's in front of you. And when you stay in regret, you're looking in the rearview mirror. Your mind is small. Your life is small. Your problems all start to come, and they're eating your brain away and eating your energy away. And they're renting space for future success and for future knowledge and for things you want to do. It's sitting there just depriving you of the happiness and the success that you deserve, because you're living in regret. You're not in a contest with anybody else. You're in a contest with yourself from what you were in the past. So you've got to ask yourself, what are you going to do differently today? How are you going to be better today? Are you going to step in and redeem yourself from yesterday or last week or last month or last year? And those are putting the steps in place to be successful. You can't feel like you can't change and life is over and you're done. It doesn't work that way. You're not done. You're allowed to have f***ups. You're allowed to have mistakes, and you're allowed to redeem yourself. Life's already going to throw you all the balls in the world. It's going to treat you like shit. It's going to tell you you're not worth shit. These people are going to judge you because people are mean and all these things. So the last thing you need to do is sit here and beat yourself up. The last thing you need to do is live in regret. The last thing you need to do is not believe you can redeem yourself, because you got to believe in yourself, and you got to believe that you can have faith, that you can have faith in God, or you can have faith in whatever it is you believe in, and that you can have faith in yourself to be better, to be stronger, to be wiser, to make better decisions. That's what life is about. That's success, finding happiness and learning from those failures, not living in those failures, which is regret, learning from those failures, which is looking forward. You're looking at the big windshield, not the rearview mirror. People try to look for reasons why they're failing and why they will fail, rather than look for reasons why they're successful or why they will be successful. You have to look for reasons to be successful. You have to look for reasons of why you're going to be successful. You can't look at reasons why you're going to fail. You start to question yourself, start to doubt yourself. You start to have that regret, and that regret is bad. It's a nightmare. Regret is also part of the devil. Like, I'm telling you, fear, we talked about, part of the devil. Regret, part of the devil. When you make a decision, own that shit. You grade people on the work that they put in. Sales matters. Everything in life is a sale. You're doing customer service, you're selling something. You're at a car lot, you're selling something. You're doing car service, you're selling something. You're a doctor's office, you're selling something. Everybody's selling something. So don't say you're not a salesperson, you're a salesperson. So how do you get good at sales? Well, first of all, you got to hold yourself accountable to who around you. Are you the best of the best in your group, in your category? If you're not, you need to get back to work. Quit finding excuses. Quit looking for reasons to fail. Quit blaming everybody else. Quit blaming the leads, blaming the weather, blaming the credit, blaming this, blaming that, the economy. Bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Everybody's got the same obstacles. If me and you are doing the same job and my stats are better than yours, it's not because I'm lucky or things happen. It's because I'm better than you. It's time that you quit worried about your feelings and you start holding yourself accountable to the competition. It's time that if your leaders and your managers out there and you're running a company, you start sharing the results. Hide the results, share the results, not just celebrate the winners. Show the losers, hey, you the bed this month. I want everyone to know that Jimmy here the bed. Jimmy, what are you going to do better this month? That is how you get to the next level. Because it's so important that not only do you have the attaboys and attagirls and you're able to reward success, but you've got to be able to hold accountability in failure. We allow what people's status is to really determine how we're going to act. I mean, think about it. You pull into a parking lot with whatever car you have, and if there's many more nicer cars than yours, in most cases, you're like, oh, shit, it's kind of an embarrassing car. Or if your car is definitely the nicest and you're like, holy shit, I got the nicest car in the parking lot and you got a lot of swagger. It really and it's sad, but that's the life we live in. You know, people are chasing likes more than they are love, more than they are money. It's like me, like me, like me, like me, which is crazy, but it's the world we live in. Almost always you want to be the buffalo. There are times you need to be the storm. What's that mean, Jason? Great question. That means when you're the storm, everything is up for grabs, meaning no more time for bullshit. All in, let's go. You control the entire landscape. Being a buffalo means you have your map, you're ready to rock and roll. Oh, here's the storm. You run through it and hit it head on. When you're the storm, you're making the happen. You're the one that controls all of it. And it's hard to do and you can't do it every time. But there are times you got to be the storm. How to grow, how to hire, how to build culture. You know, there's 3 reasons why people take a job. 1, they take the job because they see career opportunity. They see the advancement. They see the staircase of growth. They're like, oh, I could do that. And you got to have real life examples. You got to showcase those employees that have started with you and grown up so you can say, hey, look, this can be you. That's 1. 2, money. Obviously, people want to chase some money. I get that. 3 is culture. You've got to learn how to do all 3 for your company. You're spending over $10 million a month on all digital ad spend to get customers. That's right. $10 million a month, $120 million a year. Do the math on that. You ain't met a that spends money like that to grow their business. So I want to take my knowledge and my experience and everything that I've got, my wins and my losses. People never want to talk about their losses. They want to beat their chest. I'm the champ. You a chump. Real men, real strength deal with their losses and hit them head on. Real can talk about it. They don't get all bowed up and like they're badasses on the phone and run their mouth on internet. No. And they think that they're God's greatest gift. I mean, they're all the same. Oh, I get the cars and I'm this guy and I'm yeah, look at me. I've never had money before. I went through that stage, dude. Trust me. Douchebag stage is what I call it. You need to learn to be real with people. They need to understand that not only are you relevant, but that you're relatable. They're like, that could be me. Like, how can I be better? Well, first of all, you got to do a gut check in the mirror and say, how can I be better? You got to first own your problems. Okay. And 2, you got to talk about your losses with yourself, because if you just lose and you suppress it, you're not learning anything from it. You've got to swallow that and learn from a loss. You know, I'm here to talk about losses. I'm here to say, look, I've been to the top and then had my whole legs cut off and fell to the bottom, and I'm building the back up. That's what the I'm doing. Become the storm. You're going to make your path and create the landscape that you want. You're going to take your to the next level. You're not going to take no for an answer. You're not going to make excuses. You're not going to procrastinate, waste time. You're going to challenge yourself and push yourself. You need to get coaching so you can be held accountable. You're going to put down your KPIs. You're going to put down your 30, 60, 90, 180 goals, and you're going to go crush it. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to get out of my show. If anything else, you need to get that out of my show. You need to be like, that makes sense. Ding, the bell went off. I got to go out there and do this. I don't care if you're a single mom or you're stuck in a dead-end job or you just opened a company and you're struggling or the company is flourishing and you're doing 40, 50 million a year. Any one of those, I'm talking to all of you. You're hitting bumps, do something about it. And if you're not hitting bumps, then start becoming the storm so you can build the landscape up, because bumps need to come, because after you go through battles, you get blessings. Winning doesn't care how sore you are. Winning doesn't care how much sleep you get. Winning doesn't care how hard you work at times. And sometimes a guy might outwork you and it isn't fair and he wins. And sometimes there's no justice to that. Winning requires all of you and then more, and it's the promises you nothing. It's a mastermind in your own mind. Fear and doubt in your own mind. It causes setback after setback. So question is about winning. Are you willing to sacrifice everything you've got for the unknown? Are you willing to take a chance and not have what you want? Are you willing to sit here and put in all the effort because you want to win so bad, and the results might not be where you want to, what you want them to be? In order to win, if that's what you want to do and that's what makes you happy, then you've got to figure out what the cost of that is and is it worth it? Maybe your job is, you're in sales and you want to win. Well, how the do you win? Well, you've got to study. I'm a big believer in any kind of sales, any kind of position. Life is like a golf course, right? We all have our own rough that we got to deal with, the out of bounds, the water, the sand bunker, all that shit. It's the same thing in sales. You can't make excuses that one guy's numbers are better than yours. Your score is your score. And the cost there of winning is that person that's winning, they're sacrificing more than you. They're putting in more effort, more time, more energy, studying more, doing the things they need to do to win. Sometimes when you win, you lose. Sometimes you sacrifice too much to win. Sometimes you think and you're chasing the wrong thing to win, and you lose something you really enjoyed and had. We have to have more gratitude and be grateful for what we have and not worry and stress about what we don't have. Now, don't get that twisted with, I still want to win. I want to climb the mountaintop. I want to be at the top of the mountain. I want to raise my hand. I want to do all the things. And if you're listening to my show, you probably want to do all the things too. But you got to pick what you're going to sacrifice and what you're chasing to win. First of all, you have to ask yourself if you want to win it. Because if you don't want to win it, this show today is not for you. If you just like where you're at and you're not hungry, this show's not for you. You should probably turn the fucking show off. Listen to something else. Go listen to somebody that's going to tell you, hey, it's okay. Here's your participation trophy. Good job, Jimmy. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm going to tell you that, look, if you want to win, you got to listen to the show. You got to pay attention. You got to write down what the it is you want to win at. Everybody's life's different. Everybody's version of winning is completely different. What is winning to you? First of all, you got to ask that question. What is winning to me? What is it that I need to do to win? What looks like a win to me? What is it I'm winning at? Like, you start writing all this stuff down. Then you say, what is it going to cost me to win? What do I got to put in to win? What is my risk versus the reward? How do I get to the next level? You have to have confidence and you have to have assurance of yourself in order for people to follow you. It's the truth. You have to build a culture around there where people can succeed and grow in your business in order for your business to grow. It's true. You can't handcuff them. You can't keep them held hostage to not being able to grow. That's why in all my companies, I've always promoted within 90% of the time. You came in, started here, you moved all the way up in my business. I wasn't hiring from the outside because I gave that career path. I believe people take a job for 3 reasons. 1, they take a job for money. Obviously, people want the job for money. Okay. 2, they take the job because they can see the career growth opportunity. I see that I can get promoted and promoted and promoted. I see other examples of people getting promoted and promoted. You're not held hostage or handcuffed to grow. That's a big one. That was my biggest one. And then 3 is culture. Whether you got money or you don't, you're on one side of the spectrum. When people are looking, you're going to have haters. You're going to have bullies. You're going to have people try to dictate your life because they either don't like what you have or don't like that you don't have it and don't give a shit. It's just how people are. And not all, but a lot of them. A lot of them just feel entitled. A lot of them are so insecure in life that they have to tear others down and they judge their inadequacies based on other people's success or failures. And it's fucked up. It's sad. And I had this fire in my belly. And I bet some of you out there, you got fire in your belly too. And you're stuck at this job. And you feel hostage to this job. You feel hostage to the situation. You're handcuffed to the situation of, I got to keep this job because I got to keep these benefits because it's safe. I don't need to win. And I was falling into that cycle of, here I am busting my ass and I'm doing well. But I got nowhere to go. I got nowhere to grow. I got nowhere to move. Things aren't happening. Why? Why aren't I growing? Why aren't I able to take it to the next level? And it's discouraging. And I felt handcuffed. I felt hostage to the situation to where that fire outdid everything. And I said, you know what? I'm going to bet on me. And I decided to open up a home security company. I took a chance. I bet on me. Scared money don't make money is important because maybe you're in a situation right now and you're like, I can't leave this job. Because you're held hostage, you're handcuffed. Well, if you don't bet on yourself, you don't take the risk, you'll never know. And the one thing you'll definitely feel like a loser and makes you the loser is having regret. Because if at least you take a shot, you're like, shit, didn't work out, that didn't work out, I got to pivot, figure something else. But at least I tried. You go back years, you don't want to be laying in your deathbed or laying saying, I didn't try, I wish I could have, like, no. Like, I tried to do what I was supposed to do. I tried to take a shot to grow. And I think that's really where scared money don't make money comes in it. But you can't be a quitter. You can't let things hold you back. You can't be held hostage in life. You can't not bet on yourself, because scared money don't make money, and you've got to learn to bet on yourself. You've got to learn to have confidence in yourself and take risks. You've got to risk things in order to get results. And that's why people will follow you, and that's why people will believe in you, because you believe in yourself and because you're risking things for yourself. You have to be able to do that, unless you just want to just fade away and be irrelevant. And some of you are okay with being that way. My dad was okay with being that way, and I love him for it. But if you got fire in your belly, and you're being held hostage to a job or a relationship that you need to move on from, by God, why are you wasting time? What are you doing? Don't wait. Do it now. Don't do it one day. Make today day one. Like, do it. Quit wasting everybody's time, especially yours, because you don't get it back. So the donkey and the tiger are having a walk, and the donkey says to the tiger, this grass is blue. And the tiger says to the donkey, no, donkey, the grass is green. The donkey says, no, it's not. The grass is blue. And the tiger says, donkey, you might be colorblind. The grass is green. And they're arguing for a few minutes. And the donkey goes, you know what, tiger? Let's go to the lion, the king of the jungle, and see what he says. So they trot on over to see the king of the jungle, the lion. And the donkey jumps up and says, lion, Mr. King of the jungle, will you please explain here to the tiger that the grass is blue? And the lion says, indeed, the grass is blue. And the donkey says, see, I told you. Lion, can you punish the tiger for arguing with me about the grass being blue? And the lion says to the donkey, I will punish the tiger for that. The donkey says, thank you, and the donkey trots away. The tiger looks at the lion and says, lion, I will take my punishment as you are the king of the jungle. But clearly, sir, the grass is green. And the lion says to the tiger, the grass is green. And the tiger says to the lion, I don't understand why I'm being punished then if the grass is green. And the lion says, you're not being punished because the grass is green. You're being punished because you're a very reputable, honorable animal here in our kingdom. And you have wasted your time and my time arguing with a jackass who believes the grass is blue and will never change its mind. Therefore, you will be punished for wasting your time and my time on that.